All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
Poke against the mic. I got it. Time go. Slam.
61. Matchbox. Let's go.
This is Josh Jacobs, the Alabama man, with his first NFL carry. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Well, one underlying storyline between these two teams is that the Chiefs head coach Andy Reid, he knows a lot about Nick Foles, the Jags QB. He drafted the quarterback when he was calling the shots in Philadelphia and later would sign him to Kansas City as a backup in 2016. But Kansas City, they have won the last 4 in this series, including a 30-14 victory a year ago. At the time, that got the Chiefs to 5-0 on the young season. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, Jacobs. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Cheetah.
Out of the gun, Hill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know the fans are thinking right now, I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
319. I'm here all day.
319.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. Second down coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On second down, a run with Breida. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Hey, 626. Yeah, this. Hey, Haywood.
50's the mic. I got you.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50. Hey, here we go, watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Going to throw right side here, complete. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Green 18. Pilot, 64, weak.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Looks good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch the slap. 43 at the mark. 43 at the mark.
Here's Hill. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
A gain of 15.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Got it.
Go against the mic. I'm coming.
Snap.
And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now Hill looking to throw on first. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Mike Pennell breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now it's Hill. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Hill. Now he's forced out left. Finding room inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10. Down at the 33.
Nice 7.
A shotgun snap for Hill. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Godwin, 33 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Hey, here we go.
26.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Now Rodgers. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off around the 37. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready up.
Check, 59. Watch the run, watch the run.
Check go.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. 7-7, our score after 1.
Mike 58, right there. Ripper. Check 52.
Ready go.
Hill to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Godwin, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
At the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run with Breida. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, 88.
To throw is Rodgers. And yes, he found Toilolo. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read.
Go!
55, Mike, 55. Target.
Hey, back up. Ready?
Hill on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Hey, box truck. Get it.
2nd and 10. Hill again. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
Smooth.
I'm coming. Mike 55. I got it. Mike 55. I got one.
Yep. Hey, wahoo.
Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
Fire.
From the gun, Hill. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Coverage there by Brian Body Calhoun.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's him. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A bad third down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field. Now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
If he holds on to that, at least the field goal on fourth down, now they lose it. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Now it's Breida. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a third and 2 more.
3rd and 2.
319. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. There you go. 319.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now, they're not close to the first down.
50, Mike 50. Squeeze, double.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. He is going to find Hill here. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Rodgers now on first down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield. Right.
Intercepted by the Chiefs. His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Hill now after the interception. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Hill. Looking downfield for Godwin. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
Come on, set. 15, run. 15 line.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Let's go, defense.
Operating from the gun. Hill. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. George Kittle there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Rodgers now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards. Throwing now is Rodgers. Check down to Breida. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
Incomplete. It's 4th and
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right Right angle.
A 19-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing on second down, Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Here we go, team. Here I come.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Hill looking downfield for Godwin. That's going to be caught. A big pickup of 38. Well, you had all halftime. To think about what you wanted to do to start the second half, they came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
70, Indy.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taysom Hill, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Next to score, Chiefs 28, Jaguars 10.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey, Delta.
Double dog, that's the way.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. 12 yards on the return that time. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, Haywood.
50's the
Box it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Here we go. Mike's 50.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Rodgers. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
16 yards on the play. It's now third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
We got three. We got three.
Hey, exit.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Mike 50. Mike 50. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Let's go.
Green again.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 21 yards away. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
Jaguars 17.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, one play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
He don't know no better. Mike 50. Mike 50. Green again.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's the backup Rudolph. That's complete to his receiver Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards. First down, Kansas City.
This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go now. 8, Reed, General West. Hey, Alpha.
On 2nd and 9, Hill nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. KC last year on fourth down, 12 of 15, third best in the league, and they're going again. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. So here we go on fourth. Hill. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Hill. And this is caught by Watkins. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first, 18 yards that time.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Hill. Again, that's Watkins. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Hill. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Chiefs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Matchbox lights. Smooth. Get it.
Here's Hill. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So decision time now because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Rodgers to throw again. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Rodgers. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Go. Jim.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, lock it. Pilot, 64, weak.
Switch gears. Kill.
Snap.
Throwing again. Hill. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. Definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10.
Conversely, defense has done a good job on 1st and 2nd down. The coverage has been draped. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Orbit.
And the blitz does come. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Recon, 152 fighter. Hey, 2. Yo, Lee Griffin.
On 4th down, Hill. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Hill flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tried to roll out and make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
it. He
up.
Trusted. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Mike 50. Go.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On second and 10, Rodgers. They're going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Mike's 50. All day, baby, all day. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. All day, all day. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill. Out.
Second one.
Slam.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Check. Blue draw corpus. Yeah, Liz. Five.
Mike's 50. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey,
26.
Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Hey, Haywood.
You Mike. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike.
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Let's go.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
You better be ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Chris Godwin with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3.
Mike's 50. Watch the out. Mike's 50.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Guy. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. To try again after the sack. Rodgers under pressure again, and down he goes again. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Chiefs, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.